Hey all you super players out there, this is Ben Lodice aka 5 Buck Lunch coming at you with the third in my series of videos guiding you through all of set 8. Today we're going to do the black cards and the multicolor cards. Starting off with Dr. Lychee and Hatchy Hack. Once again, I'm sorry if I pronounced his names wrong. I haven't seen this part of the series. Uh, so you can only play black battle cards and this card can't attack. When a battle card attacks, a player who attacked can attack with tokens or battle cards with energy cost 7 or less, other than the card they attacked with for the duration of the turn. Active main once per turn, place the top card of your deck under this card. Place the top card of your deck in your drop area, then draw one card. If you only have black cards in your energy, choose 3 cards under this card, place them in your owner's drop area. You may draw one card and flip this over. So a couple things to talk about here. First off, obviously you can't play any other battle cards besides black ones. Uh, it makes it so that you can only attack with one battle card per turn. That's for both players. But if something has like double or triple attack, it can keep attacking. So it's one battle card, not one attack. And then when you draw a card, you place a card under him. And once you get 3 cards under him, that's how you awaken. So there's no way to speed up his awakenings at all. You're going to awaken on turn 3 every time. One important thing. Okay, so battle card attack. Okay, so it's just an active main, so you don't have to attack, so you could still draw and do it on turn 1. So on your turn 3, every game you're going to awaken. And then its backside, you can only play black battle cards when a battle card attacks. Same effect as before, where you can only attack with one card per turn. When this card attacks, it gets 5k power, and you draw a card. So basically all it does on the back is draw a card and go up to 20k when it attacks. Hatchy Hack Fueled by Hatred. 5-drop black, 1 cost 10k, dual attack. If your leader card is a black machine mutant, which is the one we just talked about, increase the energy cost of this card by 3. Place this card in its owner's drop area. When your opponent attacks, negate that attack. Active main once per turn. Choose 3 black battle cards, energy cost between 3 and 7 in your drop area. Place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send it to its owner's warp. So this is pretty good. There's ways to cheat it in play, obviously, because in order to play it in your Black Machine Mutant deck, you'd have to pay 8 for it normally. So you're going to cheat it in play, not play it in your hand from your hand. Uh, place this card in its owner's drop area. When your opponent's battle card attacks, negate the attack. It's always nice to have a free attack negate that your opponent can't really stop in any way, because it's not a counter, which is a big thing, so none of the counters will affect it. And then it allows you to cycle your good cards back into your deck to kill cards, which is always good as well. Hatchy Hack Overwhelming Power, 4-drop, 5k combo. If your leader card is Black Machine Mutant, you can choose 3 black battle cards, energy cost between 3 and 7 in your drop area, place them at the bottom of your deck in order, play this card from your hand so it can be played for free. Active main for 4, if your leader card is a Black Machine Mutant, choose 1 Hatchy Hack Fueled by Hatred and play it on top of this card. So this is how you're going to be playing your Hatchy Hack 5-drop. You put this in play for free and then pay 4 to put it in play for your discard pile. It's a lot like the old Mira Union Absorbs, except it's a active main. Dr. Lychee, Inception of the Grudge. 1 cost black 5k. Blocker. When this card is KO'd, choose 1 Ghost Warrior card from your hand and play it. We'll see the Ghost Warrior cards coming up here pretty soon. But obviously this card's pretty solid for putting those in play. Dr. Lychee, Departed Spirit. Ooh, actually on Ghost Warrior is a special trait. Let's look and see if Hatchy Hack is a Ghost Warrior. He is not. He is a Machine Mutant. Okay. So you can't use it to put in play the Hatchy Hack cards at all. That would probably have been kind of broken to put that 4-drop in play on turn 2. But whatever. Alright, Dr. Lychee, Departed Spirit. So this is a Ghost Warrior. 3-drop, 5k. Blocker. When you play this card, place 2 cards from the top of your deck in your drop area. So here's a way to mill into your Hatchy Hacks. Active main for 2. If your leader card is a Black Machine Mutant, play this card from your drop area. Okay, that's cool. So for 2, you can just play him every turn. So it's just a free blocker every turn. Well, 2-cost blocker. That mills 2. I don't know. It seems kind of expensive for that effect. I'm not a big fan of this card. Free is a Ghost Warrior. So here's more Ghost Warriors. 4-drop, 5k combo. For leader cards Black Machine Mutant, you choose 3 back battle cards. So all the Ghost Warrior have this effect where they can active main put cards back to play them. So that's one of the things that makes this deck really interesting is the fact that You basically can play a lot of your battle cards for free, but it's weird because with the Hatchet Leader, you can only attack with one of them. So it's kind of a weird balancing point to stop it from just being, oh, I can attack with all these cards that I put in play for free. Um, to balance it out, you can only attack with one of them. So place this card in its owner's drop area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and switch to trust mode. It's a really strong effect. It allows you to get around a lot of blockers and other effects. It is only on your turn though, so it's not like you can use it to defend yourself. Cooler Ghost Warrior. 4-drop, 5k combo. If your leader card is black, put it in play by putting 3 back. Place this card in its owner's drop area, choose one of your opponent's battle cards against minus 10k for the duration of the turn. Not bad, pretty solid, especially since you're playing it for free. Lord Slug Ghost Warrior. 4-drop, 5k combo. Same way to put it in play, where you can play it from your hand. Place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. The energy cost greater than or equal to opponent's energy. Send it to your warp. This is really good. I actually like this kind of effect a lot. It works on all of the apes they're putting into play. It works on U6 cards. It works on evolve cards. It just works on a lot of really solid stuff. And the fact that you can just throw it in the deck essentially because it's a Ghost Warrior is very, very strong. It's really interesting that these Ghost Warrior cards are basically taking a lot of cards that are on extra cards and putting them on a battle card with a little bit of an extra cost. But on the plus side, you can combo with them. So you're basically trading off the utility of not having to put cards from your discard pile back in order to be able to combo with the card that has the effect. Turtles Ghost Warrior. 4-drop, 5k combo. If the leader card is black, put 3 back, play it from your hand. Place this card in its owner's drop area, choose one battle card in your opponent's drop area, and send it to their warp. This is a really cool way to combat any sort of revival mechanic. I don't know how much of that we'll see going forward, but obviously if Wish decks end up coming back through all of their bannings and alterings, this card would be very good for that. Ghost Warriors, the Ghost Warrior card. And this is a Ghost Warrior trait, which is kind of cool. 1-drop, 5k combo. When you play this card, draw 1 card. For the duration of the game, if player would use a skill, put an extra card. They can't switch unless they put 5 cards from their drop area into their warp. So this is the cycle card for black. Interesting that they made it a Ghost Warrior, so you can stick it in the Ghost Warrior deck. Defender, God Guardian. Jesus. 2-drop, 0 cost 10k combo. So this is the super combo. It's a robot, so they didn't put it as a machine mutant or a ghost warrior or anything. Just 4 life less, draw 1 card. Defender Kawazu. 3 cost 5k combo. Permanent. If your other card is black, reduce the energy cost. Black machine mutant. Reduce the energy cost in your hand by 2. It becomes a 1-drop. Active main burst 1. So mill a top card. Place this card in its owner's drop area. Draw a card. Interesting. So it's a 1 cost burst 1 draw card. Huh. That's interesting. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I think it's still you'd rather have the combo piece to draw the card, like a lot of the other 1-drop draws do. But it's not terrible. It's certainly interesting. Destron Gas, 1 cost extra card, active battle. If your leader card is a Hatchet card, gets 10k power for the duration of the battle. Then choose all your opponent's battle cards under cost 1 and place them in their drop areas. That's not bad actually. I'm not 100% sure what you'd use this with, but it's an interesting effect to have on your opponent's turn since it's active battle. Just putting all their 1-drops in their drop areas, you could definitely get like a plus off this card. So it's interesting. Definitely a side card, but the Dark Planet Field, when this card is placed in the battle area, choose 1 Ghost Warrior card from the deck, add it on the shelf of your deck. Alright, so it immediately replaces itself. If your leader card is a Black Machine Mutant card, at the end of your turn, place 2 cards from the top of your deck to your drop area. Alright, so this is going to be played in Hatchet just so you can get your mills going. So far, I haven't seen a lot of way to actually mill cards in this deck for the amount that you're going to be wanting to put 3 back for your for your Ghost Warrior cards. So this seems like a way to do that. Ultimate Blow, 1 cost counterplay. Choose one of your battle cards. It gets 10k power and revenge for the duration of the turn. So this is a fixed King Vegeta's Revenge, since it's a counterplay. You can just throw it on a blocker, and it gets revenge. Something interesting about this, though, is so it's a black card. It's got Hatchet, but it's not restricted. So you could throw this in any deck with blockers, and it becomes a counterplay. Choose one of your battle cards. It gets 10 power and revenge. This would be really good against blockers. This is going to be really good against anything that has blocker barrier, especially. It's nice to see this effect back in the game. Probably will go in the Bulma deck. That would be a big one. Super Kamehameha. So this is the cycle card for black. It's nice to see black also getting these cycle cards, by the way. A lot of, for the previous ones where we've gotten like a card of each for a cycle, we didn't get a black version of it, so it's kind of cool to see that. If your leader card is black, if life is 4 or less, choose a black battle card, being paid energy cost 3 or less, send it to the warp instead of being played. And then you can play it for free if you have 4 or less life by taking a life. This card is really, really good, and it's something that black didn't really have before this, which is a way to stop your opponent's tempo. Black never got like a counterplay card or anything like that that could really stop battle cards on your opponent's turn. This is especially powerful for the old black decks because a lot of them use Overwhelm, which doesn't necessarily use all your energy, so it leaves you a decent amount of free energy on your opponent's turn, and now you have something you can do with it. Oh, there's no SPR here for it. I wonder if the black one didn't get an SPR. That would be really awful because I'm really looking forward to this card. Uh, Alright, so now we're getting into the multicolor cards. Raditz Arrival of the Invader. So red, green, 4. 1k combo for 5k cost. Or 1k cost for 5k combo. All of these will have energy exhaust. They didn't print any battle cards without energy exhaust, so I'm not going to mention it every time. If you have red, green, multicolor in your hand, correlate in your energy, reduces combo cost to this hand and battle area by 1. Okay, so it becomes a free combo. When you play this card, your opponent reveals their hand, and you choose one battle card from their hand with energy cost 3,500 power or less, and send it to its owner's warp. This card gains critical for the duration of the turn. So this card I really, really like. It's very good in the old Raditz deck, and in any deck that plays red-green, I think this is going to be a card that gets played because you can choose pretty much any battle card that's not a secret rare and just warp it from their hand. That is really strong, and I really like this card. Son Goku Energy Salvo. I keep saying that. 3 cost, red-green. I would like to point out that they're also including older color combinations. It's not just all new combinations, which I really like. Something I didn't say before. So 3 costs, 10k, 1 cost. Only one of these can be played in your battle area. If you have red, green, multicolor in your energy, choose one of your red or green battle cards. Energy cost of 3 or less, and place it in its owner's drop area. Play this card from your hand in rest mode. Then choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Energy cost of 1 and KO it. Energy, choose one of your red or green battle cards. Energy cost. Sorry, this one's kind of complicated, so I'm rereading it. Choose one of your red or green battle cards. Energy cost 3 or less. Place this in its drop area, and then play it. All right. So what's the point? Energy cost of 3 or less. Okay. So you can use it to basically swap this card in for a 1-drop. Yeah, it's okay. I guess it's kind of a rush card. Seems kind of mediocre, though. Vegeta Energy Salvo. 3 cost, blue, yellow. 1 cost, 10k combo. Blocker. Only one can be played in your battle area. Active battle for 1. If you have a blue-yellow multicolor card in your energy, choose one of your blue or yellow battle cards. Energy cost 3 or less, space to a drop area. Play this card from your hand and draw 1 card. Okay, so this is similar to the Goku one, but instead of being free and KOing a 1-drop, it has blocker and you draw a card, which seems significantly better. It also doesn't come in play in rest mode, which is really important. So active battle, you can pop a blue or yellow battle card and then play this card from your hand. One cool thing that you could do with this card is it combos with itself since it's a 3 or less. So you can block with this card, pay 1 in battle to pop it, play another one from your hand, draw a card, and then the attack still doesn't go through because it was blocked. I like this card significantly more than the other one. This card actually seems pretty cool. Hit Rapid Movement. 4-drop blue-yellow, 1 cost, 5k combo. If you have a blue-yellow multicolor card in energy, reduce combo cards in your hand and battle area by 1. Replay this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. This is decent. It's okay. It doesn't really gel with a lot of the other Universe 6 stuff. And a 4-drop that all it really does is remove a battle card just probably isn't good enough. Seems interesting though. I'm surprised it's a super rare. Son Goku, Dawn of Divinity. 3 cost, red, yellow. 1k for 1. Has critical. And has offering. Offering, for those that don't know, is when you play this card, your opponent may choose 1 card from the life, place in their drop. If they don't, draw 2 cards. So most of the time, this effect is going to be draw 2 cards. So think of it this way. Is it good enough at 3 cost critical 20k that draws 2 cards? That seems good enough to me. That seems really good. It's going to be a little worse than that just because your opponent gets to pick which is better. And earlier in the game, they're probably going to be like, all right, I'll just take a life. But even if they take a life, it goes to their drop area, so it's still a plus. This card seems very, very good. SS4 Son Goku, A Heartfelt Plea. Uh, 5 cost, 1k combo for 1, 30k power. Triple Strike, has offering, and auto choose one of your red battle cards that's 25k power or more. Place it in its owner's drop area. When your leader card activates Awaken, if it isn't in play in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand. Interesting. So if you can find a way to pump a red battle card to 25k power or more, when you awaken, you get to play it for free? And it has Triple Strike. Ooh, this seems like it's really abusable. I'm not sure how, but this seems like a card where if there's a good way to cheese it into play and awaken early. If you can get this thing down in like turn 2, that seems really strong. I think this card's going to be good, guys. And next we have Super Saiyan Vegeta Raging Frenzy. 5 cost, red, yellow, 1k for 1. Double Strike. If your leader card is red, when a Bulma card in your battle is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, you may play this card from your hand. If you do, you can't play this card for the duration of the turn. So it's the My Bulma card. Uh, so same solid. It'll be played in the Bulma deck. It's just when a Bulma, which all those one-drop Bulmas that have blockers, when they're KO'd, you get a free 20k blocker or 20k double strike. Easy as that. Beerus, No Holds Barred. 5 cost, red, yellow, 1k for 1, 25k power. Has a rival, 1 red, 1 yellow. You play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy costs with a power of 30k or less and KO it. Choose one of your opponent's leader cards or battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier. This card can't be switched to active mode until the start of your next main phase. So this seems interesting. Start of your next main phase. So basically, if you rival it on your opponent's turn, you want to kill something. If you rival it on your turn, you want to force something to stay in rest until your next turn. Seems okay. It'll probably see some play because it's an arrival that KOs something. Yeah, seems solid. It's a solid card where it's just an arrival that kills something. Whis the Spectator. 2 cost, red, yellow, 1k for 1, 15k power. If you have a red, yellow multicolor card in your energy other than this card, negate this card's energy exhaust. You play this card, choose off one of your opponent's battle cards, negate its skills for the duration of the turn. Alright, so this is free energy, untapped energy multicolor if you have the multicolor in. The skill's pretty irrelevant. You probably won't ever actually play it. Grade 8 Baby, the ultimate evil life form. 7 cost, red, yellow, 1k for 1. EX evolve on a baby with energy cost of 5 or more. For red, yellow. So pretty cheap EX evolve. Double Strike, offering. Choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. Choose one of your opponent's leader card. It gets minus 5k power for the duration of the turn. So a lot of the baby stuff evolves minusing. This is solid, has offering. Pretty solid. Definitely you'll see some play. Super Baby 2 Malicious Majesty. I believe this is the one that was previewed earlier. 5 cost, red, yellow. 1k for 1. Deflect, offering. Active battle, once per turn, choose 3 cards in your hand, place them in your drop area, then choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand. Choose your opponent's leader card and all their battle cards, they get minus 20k power and have their non-keyword skills negated for the duration of the turn. This card's really good. I believe there's a way to cheat it and play, but even if you couldn't, this is probably good enough for 5. So, has offering, so they're losing a life or you're drawing 2 cards. And you get to minus 20k power their leader, which is incredibly strong. For those of you that don't know, if you minus something, it actually stays negative. So if your leader was 15, minus 20k goes down to negative. It goes down to negative 5. So the first 5k combo you combo into it will not count. Super Baby 1, All-Consuming Terror. 4 cost, 1k for 1, red, yellow. 15k power, Union Absorb for red, yellow. If your leader card is a yellow baby card, you choose 4 Brainwash cards in your drop area and place them under this card. Choose up to 1 Super Baby 2 Malicious Majesty from your deck or hand. Play it on top of this card in active mode. Then shuffle your deck. If you look through it, it also has Barrier and a rival red, yellow for 1 yellow. Okay, so there's 2 ways to put it in play. You can, or no, never mind. I'm sorry. You put it in play with your arrival for 1, and then you Union Absorb for red, yellow. So essentially, this lets you pay the Super Baby Malicious Majesty for 3, which is obviously really, really strong. This also has Barrier, so it's hard to get rid of if you don't have the card yet. You could still arrival it. Um, One thing to note with this combo, though, is to get that effect off, you're arrivaling here, so that's 2 cards, plus this, so that's 3 cards. Luckily, this can come and play from your deck, but you have to discard 3 cards for the effect as well. So you're putting 6 cards into the effect. So while it's very powerful, it also is very costly, and that's kind of the balancing. Supreme Technique Son Goku. 4 cost, green, blue, 1k combo for 1, 20k power, blocker, rival blue-green for 1 blue. Choose 2 clone tokens your opponent's battle area, move it through the game when you play this card. Your opponent chooses 1 card from the hand and places it in their drop area. Alright, so it's a blocker, 20k blocker. You can arrival for 1 that essentially will make your opponent discard a card in the right deck. Seems okay. Not fantastic, not awful. You'll probably play it. Son Goku, Spirit of the Planet. 2 cost, 1k combo for 1, 15k. Revive, blue-green. So this is something we haven't talked about yet, is the revive mechanic. Which it's probably one of my favorite mechanics in the set. Fix my camera. My rig is just not wanting to cooperate today. Permanent, you can't play this card any area with skills other than Revival Blue-Green, so you can't cheat it and play in any way. Active battle once per turn, Blue-Green. This card gains 1k power and triple strike for the duration of the battle. This seems very good. It seems very strong. It's weak to like arrival KOs and stuff like that, but you're not paying like that much for it, and it becomes a 25k triple striker. Yeah, this seems pretty solid. Especially since if they kill it, you get it back. It won't have the triple strike, but you can get it back, and yeah, seems pretty solid. Son Gohan and Piccolo, Pupil and Master. 3 cost, blue-green, 1k for 1, 15k power. Has Barrier, has Revive blue-green, and then when this card attacked, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and place it in their drop area. Ooh, this is really good. I really like this card. Every time it attacks, your opponent has to discard a card, and it has Revive. This card seems very good, especially in the Goku deck, where your opponent gets punished every time they try and kill a Revive guy. Yeah, I like this. This seems very good. And the fact that it has Barrier means there's not really a way to get around, like, KOing it. A lot of the other ones you could, like, send to the drop or warp or something like that, and you can't get the Revive. But this one, they're pretty much going to have to KO it, or you're going to keep taking cards out of their hand. Huh. Yeah, I really like that card. Android 17, Protector of the Wildlife. 2 cost, blue-green, 1k for 1. This is the free multicolor untap, where if you have a blue-green, you can play it, and it doesn't have energy exhaust. Once per turn, when your opponent combos, choose up to one of their cards, place at the bottom of their owner's deck, and negate the skills for the duration of the game. So this card actually has a really, really good extra effect. When your opponent combos, you can take that combo, put it on the bottom of their deck, meaning it beats Ape, it beats Universe 6. Having this kind of utility on a card that every single blue-green multicolor deck is going to play is kind of weird. Yeah, so this card's obviously really, really good. Android 16 Energy Amplification. If you have 2 costs, blue-green, 1k for 1, 5,000 power. Energy Exhaust, if you have blue-green multi in your energy, when you play this card from your hand, place the top card of your deck in energy in rest mode. Can't play battle cards between 30k and 35k for the duration of the game. So this card is really good. It is a Whis that comes in rest mode, a 4-drop Whis that comes in rest mode, with the only caveat being you can't play battle cards between 30k and 35k. So not only is that irrelevant for the Android deck, but it I imagine there's a lot of other rush decks and stuff like that where you could just stick this card in there and it's fine. play anything that big. It doesn't even stop you from playing secret rares because they're 40k. So yeah, this card's crazy. Actually, really insane. Android 21 Violent Predator. So this card is kind of insane. I don't know. I think all the androids are really good, but this card in particular. What is up with my setup today? It does not want to work. All right, there we go. Uh, so yeah, this card is pretty crazy. It's an 8-drop green blue, 1k for 1, where it has triple attack, deflect, auto, when you play this card from the hand, choose all of your opponent's non-multicolor energy and battle cards, ignoring barrier, negate their skills, and return them to their owner's decks. All players who add cards return to their decks, shuffle their decks. So if your opponent, it's at least going to eat like 3 energy, because you never play all multicolor energy, because then you have to play a tapped energy every turn. So at worst, you're like eating half their energy. At best, they're playing like Hatchy Hack, and all their energy is gone. It's very easy to ramp into this card. The deck has 2 4-drop Whisk type effects. Also, you could play Objection still. So you're getting this off realistically on like turn 5. Yeah, this card's crazy and really, really good. Gigantic Bomber, Dr. Utro. 3 costs, blue-green, 1k for 1. 15k power, blocker. Has Revival blue-green. When you play this card, choose up to 2 of your battle cards in your opponent's drop area. Place the cards under Dr. Utro's lab in your battle area. Alright, so here's how you get all the cards under your lab. You slam this thing down. If your opponent wants to try and kill it, you bring it back. You get 2 more under it. Seems very good. It's got blocker, so they're going to have to attack you at some point. You just block, whoop, 2 cards under. There you go. Madness Wand, Dr. Kochen. 2 costs, blue-green, 1k for 1. Blocker, Revival blue-green. Choose 1 card in your hand and place it under Dr. Utro's lab in your battle area. When you play this card, draw 1 card. Okay, so once again, it's a blocker with Revival, where you just get to throw cards under your lab, which will eventually win you the game. Alright, so here's some of the noble heroes and villainous heroes or whatever. I actually forgot these were in here, so I'm just going to do them now, even though they should have been in the other sections. Vegeta Prideful Hero. 4 cost, 5k combo for red, 15k power. Heroic, when you play another heroic battle card or activate a heroic extra card skill, draw a card and negate this for the duration of the turn. Choose 1 red Bulma card in your battle area. Place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. Play this card from your hand and then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barrier, it gets minus 10k power. You can't play this card for the duration of the turn. Seems solid. It's got a 4 red cost, I believe. Oh no, it's only 2. So it's really hard to see with that weird like explosion symbol I got going on there. Yep, seems fine. You'll play in a Bulma deck. One thing that's kind of weird about these cards that I noticed is they don't go together as well as a lot of the other ones did. Which is kind of weird because of the villainous and the heroic work when you play multiples. But yeah, it's a solid card. Beerus Destructive Villain, 2 cost, red, 5k combo, 15k power. Villainous, so instead of drawing a card, your opponent discards a card when you play another villainous card. When you play this card, choose 1 Beerus card in your drop area with energy cost 3 or more, add it to your hand. Then if you have 5 or less cards in your hand, also draw 1 card. Interesting, so potentially +2, seems solid. Son Goku Prideful Hero, 3 costs, 5k for 0 blue, 10k power. Has Heroic. Active main, choose 3 clone tokens in your opponent's battle area, remove them from the game, play this card from your hand. Active battle, 2 blue, 2 any. Choose any number of battle cards in your energy area, combo with this card in battle, and this card gains triple strike for the duration of the battle. So I like this card in the clone decks as kind of an alt-win condition. You'll play like 1 or 2. If you can get your opponent to tap out, you can just slam this card and you get a triple striker that is active battle. So if they have a negate, you don't have to pay the energy for it, which is really solid. Android 21 Destructive Villain, 4 cost, blue, 0 cost, 5k combo, 20k power. Villainous, choose 1 card in your energy and place it in your drop area. When you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards that energy cost 4 or less, place them at the bottom of one of their decks in any order. This would be a nice one of in the Android decks, essentially. It's a board wipe, but you have to kill an energy to do it, which is kind of counter to the Android's kind of mechanic. But at the same time, you'll have plenty of energy. It's just a way to not get swarmed by decks like U6. Piccolo Prideful Hero, 4 cost green, 0 cost 5k combo, 20k power. Critical Heroic. Active main once per turn. Choose 1 of your battle cards and place it in its owner's drop area. Choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, KO it. Then if your opponent chooses one card in their hand, place it in the drop area. So you just KO one of yours, KO one of theirs, active main once per turn. Eh, seems like a worse version of the Piccolo from the uh, draft box. Dr. Ucho, Destructive Villain, 4 cost green, 5k for 0, 20k power, has Villainous. When you play this card, choose up to one Frenzy Warrior card in drop area at your hand, then choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. For 2 green, active main, choose one Dr. Cochin card near a battle area and KO it. Play this card from your hand. Alright, this seems actually really good. I think I like this the most out of all of them. You just KO one of your Cochins, which I believe is a 1-drop, to put it in play for 2, and then you get to KO something and add something to your hand. Pretty simple. Seems very solid. SS4 Son Goku Prideful Hero. 3 cost yellow, 1k or 5k for 0, 15k power, barrier, heroic, permanent, only one SS4 can be played in your battle at a time. When your leader card activates Awaken a Wish, this card gains 20k power and double strike for the duration of the turn. So it's a 3 cost, that's a 35 double striker if you play it the turn you Awaken or Wish. That seems pretty crappy. I don't know. Super Baby 2, Destructive Villain, 3 cost yellow, 0 for 5k, 15k power, critical, villainous. When your leader card activates Awaken or Wish, this card gains 15 power and dual attack for the duration of the game. It's just like the other one. 3 is just too much for this effect. They should have been 1 cost that still gain those powers, so it will be easier to defend against, but still powerful. This is just, yeah. And if you draw it late, it's nothing. Yeah. So terrible. I don't know. It just seems so bad. Heroic Strike, 1 cost black card. Permanent, this card gains heroic in all areas. Choose up to one of your leader cards. It gets 10k power for the duration of the battle. And choose one of your opponent's battle cards that costs 2 less and KO it. This seems pretty good when you consider that if you're playing heroic cards, it also draws a card essentially. Seems interesting. It only works on leader cards, and KOing 2 or less isn't that big a deal. I don't know. It definitely seems interesting. Not sure if that's good, but it seems interesting. Villainous Counter-Strike, permanent 1 cost black. Permanent, this card gains Villainous in all areas. Your opponent has a skill-less battle card in play. Choose any number of your opponent's battle cards that cost 4 or less, which total is up to 4 or less. Send them to Zorna's Warps. So this is going to be good specifically against anytime you have a way to negate your opponent's skills. Because if you can negate all your opponent's skills, it becomes a skill-less battle card. So yeah, if you can combo it with something like that, it definitely seems way better. Also, one thing to note about Villainous Counter-Strike is for each villain you have, they have to discard a card. So you could use this and maybe discard 3 cards. I don't know. It's really weird because the Villainous and Heroic battle cards don't really go together that well. I don't know. I don't know if these are going to see... I really hope we see more of this keyword, maybe in the next set or a side set or something, because it seems really cool, the idea that, okay, I'm going to put all these battle cards on the field, then I'll play this extra card that triggers all of them and draws a bunch of cards or discards a bunch of cards. Also, the art on this card is sick. Yeah, so hopefully we get more of these because right now they just don't go together well enough. But yeah, that's it. That's all the cards for set 8. It's coming out sneak peeks this weekend. I'll have a box opening, at least one for you. Possibly tomorrow. I think I have someone who's shipping me one today. So yeah, look for that tomorrow. I'll have a box opening for you. Go out there, play some Super, get some hands on some of these new cards, and have some fun, play some Super.